Watch Dogs 2, by far my most anticipated game for 2016. I love open world games, and what I've just seen for Watch Dogs 2, the multiplayer gameplay, I am definitely sold. Now, I know I'm a bit late on this, but I still wanted to make my video on it and I guess share my opinions, because there's a whole bunch of things that I want to say in this. Now, first of all, everything looks flawless with this multiplayer mod. What's really sold me is the bounty mode for the multiplayer. And I just feel this is something super unique, but I'm a bit scared with this multiplayer as a whole, and that's what I'm going to be explaining in this video. Now, first things first, I just want to say with the gameplay and everything we've seen, I know it's pre-alpha, but it's fucking amazing. Like, remember that time when I was telling you guys about the graphics, and even in the 9 reasons for Watch Dogs 2 and why it shits on Watch Dogs 1, a video which I made the other day. If you haven't seen that, by the way, the link is in the description below. But basically, this now feels like a game that you could generally get access on right now and simply hop into the world and go ahead and play it. Compared to Watch Dogs 1, well, I mean, this time, let's just say we're not fucking seeing raindrops dripping off his goddamn face, okay? Generally just seems like something you can hop into right now and go ahead and have a whole bunch of fun. Now, with the multiplayer mod, which is of course the main topic of this video, with Watch Dogs 1, let's be honest, it was a flop, right? It wasn't as, I guess you could say, well, it was hyped, definitely it was hyped up, but it didn't live up to its expectations, if you will, and it kind of was at like a peak moment, and then it just went, it literally went to shit, kind of like in the first couple of weeks, right? And I know multiplayer now in Watch Dogs 2 is a whole bunch different, which I will be getting into in a couple of seconds, and I mean, it still technically is co-op to some extent, but with Watch Dogs 1, it was only co-op, like you generally couldn't come across more than one player, which I think now you could do in Watch Dogs 2, which is just a whole bunch of fun. Now, here is my fear, right? Because, as I said a few seconds ago, with Watch Dogs 1 multiplayer being super hyped up and then just turned into shit, I mean, it lasted, what, maybe a month, maybe a couple of weeks, I can't really remember, but all I remember was it was super fun for the first couple of days and I stopped playing it. You remember how you had the app thing, you could play with other players, technically-ish through your phone? It was super unique, it was super fun, but that's irrelevant because it still turned to shit. Now, this is what I don't want to see happen with Watch Dogs 2, because I feel this has a whole bunch of, I guess you could say, doors to be open to, I guess just dominate the game, okay? Dominate the entire open world game right now and go head to head with GTA 5 Online. Because I've always said, look, multiplayer is a big thing, okay? We could compare it to games like Just Cause 3. Multiplayer is still a big thing, is gonna be a big thing, should I say, for that game. But you can still have a bunch of fun in the single player, and it's just seamless amounts of fun, right? Whereas with Watch Dogs 2, there's a limit in single player, which then makes you want to go onto multiplayer. And this is where I need to basically emphasize the word. What is the word? Fuck, I don't even know the word. Everyone can be drawn into this game if they focus on multiplayer after its release. What I don't want them to do is turn it and basically make it a fail and just drop the game and completely forget about multiplayer. At first I thought it was only like, of course, co-op, but remember it says like basically with the bounty hunter mode, which by the way is one of my most anticipated game modes so far. I know there's going to be a whole bunch of other ones, but from what I've seen from that right now, it's a whole bunch of fun. Of course, if you see your buddy being chased down by the popo, you can either go ahead and chase his ass down with the popo and kick his ass and get him caught and get yourself a reward, or basically help him fight against them. Either way, it's gonna open a lot more doors to a whole bunch of more fun. But what I'm trying to say is I don't want it to turn to a complete fail with Ubisoft dropping the game and completely forgetting about the multiplayer. I feel they need to sort of continuously add more things into it so it stays alive, at least even for a year, right? Just carry on making it more open to everyone, because right now it's still limited to certain amounts of players. But what if it went simply like GTA 5 Online, Watch Dogs 2 Online? I think that is just, I know it's two different games obviously with similarities but different gameplay aspects, and I generally think this will, if you will, should I say, bang because it's something unique, it's something that hasn't been done before, and it would just be a whole bunch of fun. Obviously, there will be limitations so you don't piss off other players, but with that said, there will also be a whole bunch of other cool stuff with Watch Dogs 2 online where you can, maybe let's say a lobby of even 15 people, right? 15, maybe 10 people, just double figures. Double figures would be super cool, and it would really make it more addictive, more players playing the game, and you're not gonna get bored of it once you complete single player. Go and do it with your mates in co-op, do the game modes, and then realize, shit, okay, there's nothing else to do. So that's where I feel as a community right now, we should get in the comment section below, including myself, right, on my own goddamn video, and share some ideas on what we think could be added into multiplayer to then make it a lot more addicting and make it last. That's the main thing, right? Because I want money to be a value in the game and multiplayer. Of course, you could go buy things, maybe buy more gadgets. I know there's obviously going to be the DLC bang as the game drops, but with that said, are they going to continue adding more little gadgets into the game, more game modes and so forth? So that's where we as a community should get in the comment section below, share some ideas on things you want to see in Watch Dogs 2 multiplayer and game modes as well as a whole, gadgets to buy, cars and so forth. And then what I'm going to do is be sharing some of the ideas in the upcoming videos. I feel this will be really cool to do because by far, like I said at the beginning, this is one of my most anticipated games for 2016, but I am really afraid that they might just let multiplayer fail and basically not care about it after. But what I want them to do, long story short, in a nutshell, is add more things into the multiplayer mode as a whole aspect, and then slowly open it more and more to give more players access to play with each other in the same online world with limitations to not piss off other players. I think that would be absolutely incredible. But with that said, that is unfortunately going to wrap up this video here. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already for more awesome Watch Dogs 2 news, information, and a whole bunch of stuff. But I will catch you guys in the next video. But till then, I hope you have a freaking amazing day, and adios amigos.